Okay, so...
And they're off. You're
right,
gonna have a very bad time.
Is Vitor an Undertale fan? I wonder.
So.
I wonder. I talk to Vitor regularly, and I know he put in a lot of the English text. I wonder if he's an Undertale fan. I never talked to him about that.
20 rupees in the first chest.
I feel like that's a statistical likelihood. Oh, 21 rupees for Zarby, pulling out to an early lead.
Yes, as they round the far bend, they're still neck and neck. It looks like maybe TripleZed's ahead by a nose. Oh, they both fall in the hole at the same time.
Does he have a nose from the side? He doesn't seem to have one from up front.
Yeah, I think he's got one from the side.
So I think Zarby's timer actually uses the font from the game, which is pretty cool. And TripleZed seems to be using W split.
This is what we've come to during the escape. We're now discussing timers.
Yeah, most of the runners are always going to take the same route through escape. It's just a matter of how hard they want to farm for those bombs to get the extra 3 chests in the sewer.
Well, I mean, this is pretty much the same thing. We've discussed this all completely throughout now 150 plus races of this tournament. We're in the final week of the tournament.
Final week of the group stages, yeah.
Well, yeah, final week of the group stages. We've got at least 2 3-way races coming up this weekend.
A potential third one here, but TripleZed does not want that. We do also remember that the single elimination brackets are going to be a best of 3 format. So we're looking at, and it says on the challenge page, I don't know how well the runners will be able to do this, but they would prefer to complete all the matches in one sitting, which is a potential, goes to 3 games, a potential 6-hour race.
However, Cross Product had mentioned at some point in time that they're going to actually not really worry about that too much. I'd actually like to see them like do 2 of them in one night, and then schedule a third one as the if necessary for a following night. But we'll see how it goes. I mean,
actually,
we'll see how that goes. We're still less than a week away from that happening. We got a lot of great races still to come.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot because, you know, it just, you know, when you get to a third game in a best of 3 situation, you know, having that cool down is really important, and it's just that much more time that we can build up the hype. So I think that's good on all ends. Plus, like I said, a 6-hour match would be just really grueling on both of the runners, and then the commentary, unless the commentary can switch out between games, which is fine, but the runners not so much.
What in the world is Zelda doing in those 10 arrows in her chest? Oh god, phrasing. God, that's gonna be a meme now.
Maybe she's into acupuncture, I don't know.
You'll poke your eye out. You'll poke your eye out. Which is given how this game has the eyeballs all throughout the place.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what you use the bow for, to kill Vitreous, right?
Vitreous.
One of the things you use for it. Goma. Don't forget Goma. He's totally in this game. You know, one of the most iconic guys from the first game. They have to put him in here, right?
It's chilly in the castle. This is what we've alluded to here during the escape.
Iconic. Alright, so still no bombs for either player. They do have one more chest. They've already got the small key, so this next chest could be anything, really. They're gonna be... Oh, we do have a bomb over here for Zarby. To get one from the snakes. A lot of enemies in this.
I know TripleZed's trying hard to kill the ropes.
TripleZed's trying so hard, yeah. Oh, he's running low on health. Ugh.
Which is astonishing considering the fact that this game is giving you 2 heart containers during the escape.
Yeah, he needed both of them, it looks like. Or one of them.
Well, so far he's needed at least one.
Yeah. He needed one of them.
Alright, let's see what's in the 3 chests of the escape.
Yep, see if it's worth that bomb farm. Don't know how much longer TripleZed wants to spend to try to get them. Another bomb. Well, you replaced his bomb at least. And 40 rupees
Yes.
was it? So
40 rupees.
Nothing too spectacular. You might actually want to use those rupees to buy more bombs too, depending on what he grabs in the village. But having the first bomb here will at least grant him access to the extra chest in the Thieves' Hut. So that's a pretty big backtrack if you have to go buy bombs and then head back to the Thieves' Hut. But then he's going to hope to get some bombs in the Thieves' Hut for the Kakariko well as well. Oh, TripleZed down to 1 heart.
Yeah, he gives up in his quest for bombs. He'll come back later, which is going to be a little bit of a time sink, but we'll see how it goes later on.
So
and 20 rupees in the Sanctuary chest.
TripleZed knows he'll be able to go back and grab those chests after he finds a lift upgrade, either the Power Glove or the Titan's Mitt. And the randomizer logic is programmed in such a way that it assumes that you have Glove when it places those items. So if you get him early with the bombs, it's just one of the little mini cheats that you can use. And actually, I think it was Christos Owen made a really nice list of the minor glitches which are allowed in this tournament.
Yeah, he did, and he did a really good job with that too. And we see it's the money tree today with the 80 rupees coming out.
Yeah. Oh, was that a Flippers? I saw a little blue corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna catch it on TripleZed's end to get confirmation. I don't know if it was Flippers or bombs.
Watch, it's a flute.
Oh,
it is
the
a flute,
which would determine. Well, we don't know at this moment.
Yeah,
like,
it's
the flute's very
possibly
nice
not
to
required.
Yeah, we saw one. Oh well.
I got a crystal in desert. That's all I saw.
Well, I saw crystal in Tower of Hera, so we did our good job right there. And a piece of heart for Zarby in the tree, and another piece of heart on the edge. TripleZed says no to the one that's on the edge.
Okay. So yeah, that money tree was really nice for both runners, as they will need to have.
Apparently, fairies grow on trees too.
They're gonna need 100 rupees to go to the bottle vendor. Oh, good pull for TripleZed. Really nice. I'd actually take that even over the rupees that he got on the other tree.
So here comes TripleZed, who's been dealing with health problems all throughout this entire seed, which has been all of 8 minutes so far.
Yeah, maybe playing it a little more reckless than he normally would because of getting those heart containers early.
Yeah, we saw that against the ropes.
Alright, so here's a moment of truth. Does Zarby get bombs in here, or will he have to go buy them?
Ooh, well, we've got the mushroom. And he also got 50 rupees, so buying him would be no problem at this point.
Yeah, it's more the time to walk to the shop than it is the cost of the rupees. Unless, of course, they need to go to Zora.
Well.
So, like I said, TripleZed getting the bombs off of that tree pool is going to be a nice little advantage for him in routing through the village.
And we're going to see Zarby amend his path over here, see what the battle vendor has, and ooh, we got Master Sword.
Yep. Yeah, normally you'd see runners go into the well to the west of the Thieves' Hut, but Zarby's got to play around a little bit to try to get those extra bombs.
Watch this first chest have bombs. Oh, 20 rupees. Never mind.
That's a rich seed for sure. TripleZed can fill up his life here. Oh, chooses not to get the second heart, just grabs the extra rupees, anticipating that he'll have to go to Zora at some point.
And more rupees, and This seed hasn't been really bomb friendly, except for the tree pole at this point.
Yeah, now unfortunately, TripleZed won't have enough bombs to go to Lake Hylia unless he finds some more. He'll be able to get the first cave, but not the Ice Ride cave, and he won't even be able to get the first cave if he needs to use a bomb for the race game.
Oh, we'll see what's in this chest. There's some more arrows because, well, we need more arrows in our life.
Those are actually barbecue skewers for cooking the chickens.
Oh, that's what Zelda was doing with it. She was having a feast.
Yeah, but I guess she was eating the rats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not quite as appetizing as Kuko's.
And Zarby trying to go for the glitch.
Trying to.
And TripleZed. I was gonna say TripleZed ending up buying the bombs.
Yeah, but his routing to the bomb store was a little more natural, which was so he still gets a little bit of an advantage from that bomb pool. Very wisely deciding to grab those bombs. He knows he's not going to have enough to check Ice Rod Cave. Not even bothering to check the library item.
Okay, red pendant at the Eastern Palace.
Yep.
I didn't even see what it was on Zarby. He just went in and out so fast. We'll have our chat help us out here. They can go ahead and just simply pull up the clip and tell us what they see. Okay, they are saying arrow increase.
Okay, it's 50 rupees at the race game. You know, it's decent. I would pick it up if it were in my direct path, but definitely not going that far out of my way just to grab 50. Maybe if it were 300 rupees, I would go for it.
Well, there's the bombs.
Whoops, vanilla bombs actually. Those are, I believe that chest contains 3 bombs in the normal game. Ready?
Well, let's see what's outside of this dam. And it turns out to
be... They faked me out. I thought he wasn't going for it at first. I mean, it's not the kind of item that, you know, you want to go through several screen transitions to get, but I mean, it's pretty close. Zarby with the fake out strategies as well. None of these runners can't decide if they want a boomerang or not.
Is this like when me and Fred decided to bomb the validation chest without knowing it?
You know what? Maybe they picked it up because they thought it was the Link's Awakening boomerang, which is ridiculously OP.
Well, let's see if we can finally get something good to progress the seed along.
Yeah, this is colloquially known as the Light World Hype Cave. Lots of love.
Yeah, a lot of love in the Hype Cave, but nothing to help move this seed along.
Yeah.
Like...
And here's where we see some diversions from runners. I don't always like to even go up to Ice Cave, and you know, if I die on the way, I usually forget about it, but most of the runners will check Ice Cave, and then it's up to them whether or not they want to try fake flippers and get a couple items early, or rather see one early item and get another.
Hey Zarby, you need flippers before you can do that. And there he goes doing the fake flippers here.
Yeah, Zarby actually skipping the Ice Palace Cave, or Ice Rod Cave. Nice talking cross.
And 20 rupees. Oh, there's the single
arrow. I mean, they have to go out of the way to get that later.
They need to.
It's too much of a meme not to.
They have to go spend all that time to grab that single arrow.
Let's see if
it's the arrow. It's the arrow that's going to kill Ganon.
Let's see if Zarby's minor glitch routing pays off here. Oh, nice fairy. He's going to probably save and quit pretty soon. Honestly, I don't think it was worth him going for the boots. Wow. Well, one of the best items to grab. Interestingly enough, we do know that the flute is under the tree at the lumberjack house. So
Yep.
that's going to require those boots. So it's interesting because the randomizer logic might not plan on them getting that flute for a long time. So getting the boots early outside of the planned logic is going to mean them getting the flute earlier than the logic planned out for them too. So that's pretty good.
Oh, the Titans met in the Dash Cave.
That again, anything that requires boots are getting out of order of how the randomizer wanted them to get it. So really, really good fake flippers skip far.
I'm gonna call it right now. The flippers are on the pyramid ledge, and you had to do AGA 1 to get to them.
That could be. But the thing is, if Meyer is a crystal, they're gonna have to do AGA 1 anyway.
Right. Yeah.
But
I mean,
having
I
the boots for all this time is definitely a save.
I kind of figured that's going to be the way it would want them to do it at some point, but I'm thinking right now the way the logic's working.
TripleZed looked like he thought about checking the flank shory bonk rocks.
Oh, he's going AGA.
Yeah, he wants that flute. He's gonna take the gamble and say that the flute's gonna be worth getting without checking to see if Meyer is a pendant or a crystal.
Also, don't forget these guys have the mushroom too.
Oh, that's another item that they can check. A lot of runners, myself included, prefer to wait until they can get at least the Zora item as well, and possibly even have flippers get the ledge item. So you want to kind of, it's a little out of the way. You want to combine all three items if you can.
Zarby now checking over the Sarashla item. What do you call them?
Sahasrahla?
Sarasala, Sarsaparilla, Sarsaling Dong.
Yep.
We've come up with so many creative names for him throughout this tournament.
Ben Kenobi.
There's the blue ring,
Blue.
the blue cane, and bombs.
Okay. So RBB is going to go ahead and dip into Eastern Palace, it looks like.
Well, it's a red pendant, so I'm thinking he's thinking I don't really need to complete this dungeon. Let's just find those three items.
Yeah, that's a good point. He might not even need the bow to get all three items. As long as Armos holds the map or compass, he'll be able to do a full clear pretty much. Sarachasrala. That name's hot. So what's your favorite hot sauce, Rick? You a sriracha man or a Tabasco man or you like buffalo sauce?
I'll go buffalo.
I like Frank's hot sauce. It's not the spiciest hot sauce, but it's got a nice flavor to it.
Isn't that the one that has a slogan that they put that blank on everything?
Yeah, the old lady says that at a wedding or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, bombs is one of the three items that are in the Eastern Palace, unfortunately for Zarby.
Well, it's fortunate in that it's not map or compass. So I'm glad to see. Oh, TripleZed has to be careful of his health here. There are two hearts in this room for him, though. Oh, that guy. Goodness me.
That guard just didn't want to go down.
Zarby well versed with his NMG strats here. No need to throw those boomerangs at the hearts. There's a piece of heart, and he has the big key already. So if the big chest has the third item, he could be done already.
Yep. Unless we get that kind of seed that the pedestal is required.
Yeah.
And the red rupee. That's
go.
the three.
So let's see if he's gonna grab the rupees out of the treasure store.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
That's another good reason to go to Eastern Palace early. So I like it.
You get your free 90 rupees out of here, then you can go ahead and save and quit.
Yep,
and that way you have money for. I said that way you have money for things, unlike me, who runs out of money and lets Kiki just run away.
Yeah, he's also got a glove, so he'll be able to grab the thief stash out by the desert, and he can make 2 trips in there, and that'll bring him up to the 500 he needs to check Zora. But it looks like first he's gonna go ahead and fight Aghanim.
Yep.
So interesting. Zarby was up in Death Mountain. He could have popped into the Dark World. He wouldn't have been able to do anything, but he would have been able to check the map.
That's correct. Now, here's the thing. We're gonna find out right away. TripleZed's gonna actually be careful because he's down to a heart right now. And nope, he's gone down.
Just made it, and this will refill his health when he goes to the top of the pyramid too.
All right,
magic, which is a nice touch.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'd say shovel.
Shovel, interesting. Fetch quest.
Oh, it didn't refill his health. That's
Shovel.
oh, yeah! Got him.
Admit it, you were checking out the spoiler log.
Only Vitor and Carcat have access to the spoiler logs, I think.
These guys don't know that.
I mean, I'm defending my psychic powers, though. I'm not gonna say I was looking at the spoiler log.
Okay, so what are tonight's lottery numbers?
It's 8 o'clock. Lottery's already been drawn.
Crud. TripleZed about to pick up the Titan's mitt.
There we go. So that's amazing. He could actually fly up to Death Mountain. He'll probably first thing he wants to do is unlock that flute. So I was mentioning that Zarby could have checked the Meyer item to see if it was a pendant or crystal, which might sway him to do or not do Aghanim. However, that's only some of the information that he needs. There are also 3 items by Misery Meyer that are gonna require the flute. The 2 in the little cave on the left, and the 1 he has to mirror on the northeast ledge of the desert. Plus, there is a chance, if they don't find Book anywhere, that flute will be required to get in Desert Palace.
I do want to point out that once again, the logic of this game will not require these guys to do fake flippers to move the seat along. They just opted to use that trick that got him the boots, got him the Titan's mitt early on, which also gets him the flute early. Somewhere in this logic is the access to the flippers. We don't know where it could be. It could be the mushroom. It could be the shovel coming up.
Ooh.
Zarby's going to have to be careful with his health, too, down to 1.5 hearts.
Yeah, I mean, there's the book that will allow him to get into Desert Palace without the mirror. Looks like TripleZed is first gonna go get that arrow upgrade. Library.
That's
he hasn't checked it yet. He
didn't see what it was first.
Okay, I'd say it's about even because he's probably gonna save and quit here. So not checking it early, I don't think really costs him anything. Well, he doesn't. So Usain Bolt giving TripleZed a run for his money. Sorry. Anyway, because the runners have, well, Zarby's about to, but because the runners have killed Aghanim 1, it will make the overworld more difficult. Oh, I stand corrected. TripleZed had to unlock the duck from the statue, so his route actually took him right past the library really naturally, so he actually saved time by not checking the item earlier.
And we're going to see him whistle on over to the potion shop, or he remembers I got a mushroom.
Yep. And so remember I said before, runners don't want to check this item because it's out of the way. Well, once you get the flute, it's about as in the way as it could possibly be. Ice Rod Cave 2, which Zarby's going to save time.
Oh, Moon Pearl!
There we go. So with them sneaking around with the fake flippers, acquiring them gold glove early, now that they have Moon Pearl, this unlocks Village of Outcasts for them, which will also give them access to Hype Cave.
Also, because TripleZed's over here, he can check the Misery Mire area once he's done checking out this desert area.
Yeah, but he won't be able to get the item in the northeast corners. That'll require mirror.
Yeah, he needs that.
Do you think TripleZed gets that shield?
Nah. Not that dinky little thing.
So here's the thing about Desert Palace. They'll be able to get all but one item location since they have the boots. However, in order to check the final location, which is the boss, the land molas, they're going to need a fire source, either lantern or fire rod. So be able to clear most of it, but we'll see if TripleZed decides to go in there and do that first part of desert. Doesn't look like he is. He's calling the duck. I personally wouldn't mind doing that early, because if I get the mirror later... Oh, so he's going to check the Meyer items. If I get the mirror later, then I can just warp past the first part of the
Meyer is required.
Palace. Yep, Meyer's Pendant 7, which means this is absolutely an Aghanim required seed.
And
the reason...
Quake turns out to be the medallion needed for Misery Meyer.
Alright, so it's Crystal 7. Meyer.
Cane of Samaria in the Misery Meyer cave.
That's very conveniently placed. Oops, I just gave him a crystal. Hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. I meant to say it is a crystal, not that he has it. Oh, but I was also going to mention that you always have to do the first part of Desert Palace anyway, because you have to get the big key out of there. And Desert Palace is a crystal, remember?
Yeah, that's correct.
With the book, we'll be able to find out fairly early whether or not that Master Sword pedestal is required. We already have some pedestal hype icons coming up through chat. We have for a while, actually. Okay, so TripleZed now heading up to Death Mountain, which Zarby's already done. So he's not going to find anything of value up here, and since he's not going to have the mirror, he won't even be able to go into Hera. Wisely getting Old Man Kisses to refill his health. Old Man Kisses protect you from giant cabbages. So I do also want to point out that TripleZed's routing, I think, was a little more efficient. He went from the Haunted Grove shovel item right into Kakariko Village, whereas Zarby actually had to save and quit and go to the Sanctuary to go ahead and go into the Kakariko to use the flute. Alright, where do you think TripleZed's going now? Oh, he's gonna go ahead and peek into Steve's town.
Yeah, he's first gonna bonk into a sign.
Yep. Maybe he didn't have his glasses, he just had to get really close to try to read it, and he bonked his head on it. So like I said, Zarby having the flute allows him to check Ice Cave a little faster than TripleZed did earlier. So, TripleZed is actually, remember, still out of order as far as the randomizer's logic is concerned. He will not find flippers in this area here, unless he happens to find hammer somewhere else. Oh, but he's doing the little sneaky thing where he exploits a glitch in the randomizer where it guarantees 100 rupees every time you play the chess game. So he's going to use this money to check out Zora.
However, please do not use this to your advantage in VT19 because it's going to backfire on you.
Yeah, it is being fixed, or rather has been fixed, but in order to keep the tournament consistent, we've left that bug in for the duration of at least the group stages. I don't know. I think they're having a vote on whether or not to switch versions for the single limbs.
It'll be interesting once we do see the 19 logic come into play.
TripleZed slashed the wrong bush. It's the top left bush that has a chance of dropping a bomb. So what do you think Zora has for sale?
I'm just trying to think, because these guys aren't supposed to have the flute or the Titans Smith right now. Like,
Right.
I'd like to see where the Power Glove actually ends up somewhere in order to kind of make an idea of what they might have.
I mean,
It's
in all reality, the Power Glove could be in Ganon's tower. There's hey, look, speak of the devil. It's so bad. Alright, so red cane for Zarby. He's checking. Where can you find the old version 8 to get randos? I don't know if there is a V8 or if it's a VT8 actually. I don't know if the original developers were Desi in Total, or I think Desirect and Total were and Carcat were kind of the original Link to the Past render developers. They have a desktop version, but I think it's actually version 7.
Yeah, the desktop version was 7.
Alright,
Ooh,
so
the
here
hook
is
shot in
the
the
hype
Dark
cave.
World Hype Cave.
Really nice. Gonna be able to clear out all of
Combos!
Death Mountain East.
Fire! Is that the ice or the fire? Oh, there's
That's
the
the ice rod.
flippers.
You know, wow. Ah, okay.
So
No.
that means the hammer has to be somewhere in the northeastern sector of the Dark World, or
Oh, yeah, it has to be Hammer. So the intended route
it
is,
has to be in the desert.
it could be in the desert, it could be at Zora. The hammer is the only item outside of, it's the only item, like, kind of left in the pool that the randomizer thought of for them to get. Because since Skull Glove was locked by Boots, which was locked by Flippers, the only way into the Dark World is to have Grey Glove and Hammer, or kill Aghanim. So we know that it's not Grey Glove Hammer, because the Grey Glove was in the digging game, which requires getting into the Dark World in the first place. So the actual intended path is to kill Aghanim, have the hammer from somewhere, and then so you go through the Aghanim portal, hammer the peg, hook shot across the moat, and then walk around the hype cave to get the flippers. That's the intended route. So
Yeah.
very hefty time save from that fake flippers in this match.
Yeah. Now here's the thing that we're trying to figure out at this moment.
Which, if TripleZed's doing his math, he's really going to be able to narrow down the location of the hammer, which is one of the most important items to have in any run of this game.
Yeah, hammer has got to be either in the Palace of Darkness, or it has to be in the desert, because there's no other way to get to the hammer.
Oh, you're right. You're
There's
right,
no
because you
lantern.
would need. Oh, and there's a very important lantern for them to finish Desert Palace. So I wonder if TripleZed will actually head and get that crystal now. You're right, because you would normally need the glove to get Zora's item. So we know it can't be that. It's
Yeah, you
another
got-
item that you'd have to fake flippers to get to without glove.
Yeah, you need to either have the glove or the flippers to get to the Zora item, and since both these guys find the glove via the Dark World, the Titan's Mint needed the boots, which required you to have the flippers to get to the boots.
Yeah, yeah. So if TripleZed's calculating all this, then his next move should definitely be to go to Desert Palace, look for that hammer, and if it's not there, he can know for sure that it's in Palace of Darkness. Or Catfish. No, because Catfish requires a glove.
Yeah, Catfish requires a glove too, so...
Well, there's a lot of subtle information that these runners could have if they're really paying attention to the way the randomizer works. Ether Tablet is mirror blocked, so if he finds the mirror somewhere, he could check the Ether Tablet. So, but no, it can't be Ether Tablet because there's no way to Death Mountain.
Zarby taking a death on the second floor of Thieves Town before he could lay down the bomb to open up the wall, or the hole in the wall, or a hole in the floor rather, and he didn't get to the chest either.
So it can't be at Ether Tablet because the only way into Death Mountain would be a glove. Both gloves are locked by flippers.
Well,
Or
hammer.
both gloves are locked by hammer.
Hammer could still be though. Let me actually think about this.
Because the flute is blocked by boots. The gold glove is blocked by
Oh, right, yes.
boots. So the only way into Death Mountain would be to get the gray glove from the digging game. Oh, Zarby's got to be careful on the hellway here. That's one of the worst rooms in this game.
Yep, TripleZed got the bug catching net and also the lightsaber, the level 3 sword. So it has to be either in the Palace of Darkness or the Desert Palace. There's no other place where it could be. Oh,
Yeah,
there's the mirror!
That's really clutch. Oh, man.
And the
But
bow!
Wow. Okay, so Vamos was the requirement for Meyer, right?
No, Quake.
Oh, Quake.
And
Tough.
Zarby suffering another death.
So, regardless of whether or not he can do Meyer, I think the objectively correct play for TripleZed would be to go to Desert Palace sooner rather than later. He's going to go ahead and clear out Ether Tablet and Hera here. Now, he will not find the hammer there.
Yeah.
But it's something that he has to do at some point anyway, and he's already here, so this is still good.
Yeah, like if he's really keeping track of his items and where they could be. Oh, the magic cape was in the tablet. But if he's keeping track, then he's got to come up with that idea there. Just because of the logistics of this game, you're not supposed to have, according to the way this logic progressed, you're not supposed to have the boots or the Tainsman at this point, or the flute.
Right. I also want to point out that getting that mirror now was clutch, as if he had not found the mirror there, he wouldn't be able to warp straight over to Hera like he did. So that's one of the 2 items in Hera. It's just a 3-bomb pack. He's going to hope to find a large key here, otherwise he has to do the tile room. Okay. May still have to do the tile room to find an item, but he's got no problem with that as he has the lantern to unlock the chest.
No, I thought you said towel room.
Towel room!
I'm like, why is he going to the laundry room? And unfortunately for Zarby, all of these deaths are coming to really haunt him. He's in a really bad spot right at this point, and he doesn't even know it because apparently the treasure of items were in the Dark World Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, and as they normally are. Somewhere over there.
There's 300 rupees. That's the second item.
There we go. TripleZed can
right
book
straight.
it straight. Yep. Book it straight to Moldorm here.
Well, cheesy pizza.
So,
that's the blind joke for today.
So if anybody's checking out version 19 of the new randomizer, there are some puns written by yours truly if you go ahead and talk to the man sitting at the bar in Kakariko Village.
Oh, TripleZed falling down to Moldorm. Oh, Quake for blind!
Oh, nice. So this lets, if Zarby follows the same path and grabs that mirror, then he'll be able, and Lamp, of course, he'll be able to do the efficient Meyer into Desert Palace route. So did not catch if Zarby got the map and compass in there. I don't know if he's leaving an item at the big chest, which requires the hammer to grab.
I wasn't keeping track of it, but I can tell you right now, as far as anyone who's hoping for a pedestal seat with this game tonight, it doesn't look likely. The fire rod technically is not required because Skull Woods is a pendant, and so too is Turtle Rock. Like the Bombos takes care of any need you would have for it. Oh, Zarby's doing the Z.
Nice. Is it a Z for Zarby or is it for Zed?
I think Zarby. Nice.
Oh, TripleZed. If TripleZed goes into Thieves Town now, he'll be able to do a really efficient clear of Meyer and Desert, and can potentially find the hammer there. Or it could just be that the runners have not come to the same conclusion that we have regarding the location of hammer.
Yeah.
TripleZed also got that bottle from old Stumpy there. I don't think that he checked the sick kid in Kakariko Village, though.
Neither of these runners have yet.
You know, sick kid could have the hammer if there's another bottle in Desert Palace.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other possibility, is if there's a bottle in place somewhere, that could be it. But Zarby's about to pick up a couple of nice items out of the Dark World Hype Cave.
Yep, flippers, which he'll need to finish Swamp Palace.
And there's the bombos, and the ice rod, and the flippers, and a piece of heart. So that bombos is important because once they get the hammer, that makes the ice palace beatable.
Yep. Those of you who are a little newer to Randomizer, there are Breezos, I think they're called, the ice golems in the beginning of Ice Palace. It blocks the first door. You know, normally you just kill them with a fire rod. You can actually kill them with bombos instead. Where's Zarby going? Is he gonna go ahead and get that single arrow?
No, he's actually going to the other side to get around the pegs.
Ah, right. This will allow him to get into Palace of Darkness without...
Yeah, but it looks like he's going catfish.
Yeah, and catfish is one of the spots where hammer could be.
Yeah, it looked like he was actually going to Pyramid Ledge at first, but then he remembered, oh, that's right, I got the item already.
Right, I had to kill that fool today. And right there, that's the spot where the game is intending you to use the hammer to get across the lake to head over to the other side.
High five!
High five, indeed.
Synchronized block pulling.
Synchronized catfish.
Here we go. Do we really? Did we just accidentally put the same stream on the same channel here? For the two channels.
Oh no, Zarby grabs the skull from the optimal north side, whereas TripleZed grabs it from the slower east side.
Oh, fire rod!
Okay, so that's a really good item to have. If Big Key is in east side of Ganon's tower, fire rod is definitely going to come in handy. TripleZed gonna continue his search here. Honestly though, there's absolutely nothing here for him. The only item left for him to get is hammer.
Well,
I wonder if Zarby's figured it out.
Well, he's gonna go to the sick kid, see what that yields.
I wonder if Zarby.
Hammer!
There it is. So we're guaranteed a bottle in Desert Palace or Palace of Darkness right now. Zarby
hammer at the sick kid and blue mail at the Zora.
Zarby just has to grab the mirror and he'll be in go mode, I think. So I wonder, we'll have to... This really played out really interestingly with the logic. I wonder if Zarby actually figured out, you know, all the possible hammer locations, which could actually be why he checked catfish when he did.
Yes, he did. And now Zarby's heading over to Death Mountain. He's going to be in go mode in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, TripleZed still hasn't checked Sahasrara or Eastern Palace, which in his scope are places where hammer could be.
And we're gonna
Zarby had, or TripleZed had the bottle from Old Stumpy, and then it looked like, and then he went through Thieves Town to go check the north side of Dark World, but he did not remember to check the sick kid, which he could have done at that time with the bottle and the mirror.
Well, it doesn't matter if Zarby knows how to do dark rooms. He's going to get the lantern really soon. In fact, he's going to get that when he goes upstairs.
So there's another bottle in Death Mountain too.
Yeah, but
well, that's one of the bottles that's behind hammer in the logic.
Or hookshot.
Yeah, because well, the order is hammer then hook. The order is hammer and hookshot to get flippers to get boots.
And there is Zarby picking up the quarter magic as well as the lantern, and
so we have
bomb jump.
Yep, we have go mode for Zarby, and we have TripleZed poking around for that hammer.
Well, he's not in go mode just yet. He's got to get to the Dark World hookshot cave.
Right, my mistake. but I can't imagine him going anywhere else to look for items from here.
Ooh, TripleZed is going to the Palace of Darkness without the hammer.
Yeah, he's sadly gonna find himself at a dead end in Palace of Darkness without without the hammer. He's gonna hope to find it in there, taking a little bit of a risk here. Which, again, I mean, this is kind of a tough, risk for him, since he's gonna be checking a lot of Dark World items. He's leaving a lot of Light World items unchecked right now, including Desert Palace.
And this is a dungeon he cannot beat. He doesn't know it yet, and he might be going to the logic that we were thinking of a little while ago, but this is an unwinnable dungeon here. If Zarby goes to the Dark World right now and checks out the last remaining 6 chests, he will be in go mode.
Yep, man, there's the portal. So I definitely want to talk to Zarby. Oh, he may not be up for an interview. He is 6 hours ahead of us, but I definitely want to at least message him later and ask him if he figured out where Hammer was based on how they circumvented the logic.
He tried to set himself up with the clip through the blocks, couldn't do so he's going to have to take the longer way around. Not that super long. My goodness, it's just amazing that we're going to be in go mode at the 47-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, most of the races have been at least an hour and a half or about that long, and at the halfway mark up to that point, Zarby's already going to be in go mode with 1 crystal. It's all going to be execution from here on out for Zarby, and I mean, look at what he has to do. Swamp Palace, relatively fast when you're not looking for items. Ice Palace, super fast compared to having to search for items in there.
There's only one item that he'd love to have right now. That'd be the silver arrows, but
or a sword.
I know he would be very, very happy. And he gets the bow. He is not going to check out those last 2 chests. He knows it. He's on go mode.
He's in bow mode. I guess D was for Death Mountain.
And let's just set the scene once again. If Zarby wins this race, we have a 3-way race-off between 2 and 2 players in Group T. It would be the 4th 3-way we are going to have in this tournament.
Yeah, Zarby, in addition to... Zarby has to find the big key here, that's why he's going downstairs. Zarby, whether or not he used the logic to figure out where Hammer is, he was very aware of what items he still needed to complete the game, and he also has Quake from Thieves Town. TripleZed's yet to go in there, so we'll see if TripleZed decides to look elsewhere for it.
TripleZed now in the Eastern Palace, which we know is not going to be a rewarding trip for him.
Yeah. The good thing about Thieves Town, though, is that you really don't have to go out of your way to check any of the chests in there. Maybe like 1 or 2 rooms out of the way to check all the chests. So it's definitely a favorite for runners to check out if it is a crystal dungeon, which it is in this race.
And you notice he knows he's on go mode by the way he's skipping over all the chests here in the Tower of Hera.
Yep, like I said, only going into the basement looking for the big key.
And that's pretty much how he's going to play most of these dungeons, is just go right straight for the big key. Oh, he fell down.
Yeah, I thought Zarby was going to fall down in the 5th floor room when he bounced off that bumper. But he waited till he got to Troll Dorm before falling down.
And Troll Dorm doesn't troll him no more. He goes down. And rewards him with a small key. Yahoo. But that's the 2nd crystal there for Zarby. And TripleZed about to get some bad news. This ain't the dungeon you want to be in.
Sorry, TripleZed, but our hammer is in another palace. Or rather, the sick kid has it. So why does the sick kid have the hammer?
He did too much hammering, that's why he's sick.
Yeah,
Oh, he's going
hammered.
to town.
He's not sick, he's just hammered.
Oh, hammered kid. And TripleZed about to pick up the hammer once he's done bonking around.
Yeah.
And hammer time here for TripleZed, but he's not on go mode. He knows he needs the Quake.
Needs that Quake, but Thieves Town is a very good place for him to go right now. He's already near the portal, and like I said, it's not too much of a hassle to grab all the chests in Thieves Town, and there are 4 of them. And since he has hammer, he'll be able to check big chest. So he probably will opt to do that because he'll be missing Quake by the time he gets to that point.
Zarby heading over to Swamp Palace, and Swamp Palace is just a blitz through on go mode.
Yeah. So TripleZed, you know, provided he has a decent execution through Thieves Town, it looks like he's going to be in go mode at the sub-hour point. So sub-hour go mode for both runners is going to really make for an exciting race, and it's going to come down to execution. Zarby does have a little bit of an advantage to start off with here.
Yeah,
so
Zarby has the advantage. Now, don't forget, TripleZed, while he did go into Palace of Darkness, he did get what he needs out of there, so it's going to just be a blitz, whereas Zarby still has to hunt down the big key.
Ah, that's a very good point. He's already tipped in there, yeah. And also, I want to remind, painfully perhaps, of Zarby's 2 deaths in Thieves Town. So that's some time TripleZed's going to gain back here that, you know, we're not really. It's hard to see where the time losses and time gains are because the players are in different spots at different times. But I like to compare how long one runner was in a specific place compared to the other runner. So TripleZed, you know, is actually going to lose a little bit of time because he's going to check the big chest here, but a little better equipped to deal with all the damaging monsters in here.
Yeah, that's another thing we got to keep in mind here, that Zarby is right now wearing green tunic because he didn't go pay the 500 rupees to Zora, and right now in go mode, he is not going to be buying the very expensive suit from Zora today.
Very expensive suit. A lawsuit.
Well, we were telling people in the commentary section of Discord that we're going to be coming up with some puns. You're the first one to do so. Good job, sir. Now, for Blind, getting ready for Blind's cheesy pun once again. Like, right now, this is Zarby who's got the lead. This
right,
is,
but
it's not a commanding lead.
Exactly. It's a slight lead.
Also, keep in mind that TripleZed has the cane of, rather the magic cape, which would probably make the that, and also the cane of burnout coming up for the upcoming blind fight.
Yeah, magic, and for Vitreous too. So yeah, TripleZed a little better decked out right now. So you know, a little behind in dungeons, about a dungeon and a third or a dungeon and a quarter behind right now. However, ahead on safeties.
Well, it depends on where this red mail pops up. Like, when you're searching for the...
And a sword upgrade would be nice, too.
Yeah.
Oh, powder! There you go! There's yet another piece of equipment that TripleZed has that Zarby will not. So, if TripleZed or Zarby needs to fall back on those safe strats, TripleZed's going to have the advantage in that regard.
Also depends on where, like, the red mail turns
Tempered
up.
Sword. Where did Zarby grab Tempered Sword? Did that drop off of Argus?
No, Zarby and TripleZed both have the Tempered Sword. That was in Dark Death Mountain.
I missed that one. Okay, so that'll definitely be good enough for either runner here. And there's a statistical likelihood of silver arrows being in Ganon's tower. So, you know, whether or not it's behind or after, or whether or not it's before or behind the big keys.
Kane of Burnistrat's here for TripleZed. He's going to pick up the Quake, and he's in go mode at 55 minutes.
Yep, there you go. So this looks like it's going to be another really close race. But I mean, honestly, any race that's separate by more than 7 seconds isn't really that close. Just saying.
And Zarby adding to his bond count.
Yep, and where was the big key in Palace of Darkness here?
I was not keeping track of it.
Did TripleZed do a full clear, or did he only do half of it? Because it didn't seem like he was in here for that long.
He did like a partial clear. I don't think he went all the way, but TripleZed now heading for Misery Mire.
Yep, and TripleZed is going to combo Misery Mire in the desert. So let's hope he doesn't mirror to the second half of desert and forget that big key.
Not that we've seen that ever happen before.
I mean, I've never done that. I've done it.
I think everybody does it at least once. But this is an amazing setup right here, just because of everything that's up for grabs in this match. And don't forget, it's not just these two runners that have something that they're fighting for here. There's another player that's cheering here in the chat, hoping that Zarby can pull off this win because his tournament life hangs in the balance.
Yeah. So, to call attention to Thalfun asking about Silverless Ganon, that's a really good question. I think for runners, I know TripleZed has been doing Randomizer several versions past where getting silver arrows wasn't even really viable. So he should definitely be good on his Silverless. Zarby's one of the veterans of this game, so I'm sure it's a similar story for him. So you know, it is a little tricky with the execution of Silverless Ganon, but once you get the hang of it, once you've done it a few times, there isn't really a whole lot to it other than spending more time. Alright, so TripleZed only has to find the big key here in Misery Mire. There are the chests are kind of sprawled out, and you know it's not every runner routes around Misery Mire the same way looking for the big key.
Yeah, and you kind of want to find... Oh, there's the big key. There's a nice place for it. Where's TripleZed going? Oh, yeah, he's heading that way. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Oh, Butter Sword was in the Palace of Darkness.
Oh, interesting. I'm curious why TripleZed didn't go down there. I'm guessing Zarby didn't get the big key yet, otherwise he wouldn't have gone to the basement.
Yeah, he has yet to find the big key.
And there is the bottle.
Yes, the bottle.
The bottle. Let's see, there was a bottle in Death Mountain, and there was a bottle from Old Stumpy. So there could be a fourth bottle in Desert Palace, but that is very likely the bottle from the randomizer's logic, which was required to get Hammer, which was required to get into Steve's Town, which goes around over to the Flippers, which was required for Boots, which was required for Loot and Gold Glove.
And there's the big key.
And Gray Glove, actually. So, well, the Gray Glove comes before the... But...
Like, this seed here, if these guys followed the logic and didn't fake Flipper, we would be talking about a seed that probably would take 2 hours to complete.
Yeah, absolutely. Just for the fact of them not knowing where to grab that bottle to get the hammer.
Yeah, because most players would probably stay away from Palace of Darkness until they absolutely would have to in search of the hammer, and then be like, bottle? Really?
Yeah, the only saving grace for somebody who's following the logic and not doing the fake flippers in this seed is the possibility of there being a bottle in Desert Palace.
Now, if TripleZed ended up getting the big key, that means he's not going to find that butter sword.
Yeah, I'm really... We saw him go into Palace of Darkness, but he didn't spend a whole lot of time in there. I don't even know if he got the big key, did he?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I'm not 100% certain of that.
Well,
But
he's
this
gonna
is
head over to
quite the
Desert
race.
Palace first. So we won't find out till after he finishes Desert Palace. And then he may even do... we still have Swamp and Ice Palace for both runners. And Palace of Darkness, which Zarby's almost finished.
Yeah, but in neither of those dungeons, you're going to see them open a chest.
So yeah, Zarby and TripleZed... Zarby's about to grab his 4th crystal, and TripleZed's doing Desert Palace, which is pretty quick run. So they're going to be even in crystals for a little bit, but Zarby's going to have an extra Light World crystal. So was that a small key? He might have needed that.
No, that was the compass.
Oh, okay. I don't think he needs that. He probably knows where the boss is.
Are you sure of that?
Well, I mean, he's in the wrong building, so maybe he doesn't.
And Hellas are going down very easily with the butter sword.
Yep. One of the, I mean, Butter Sword's obviously faster in every circumstance than not Butter Sword, but especially for the Silverless Ganon fight, which is a potential here.
And the game sending you all the way to where the big key normally is in the game to find the big key.
Yep, but good mirror strategy there from TripleZed. Entered in the side that he wanted to exit from, so that saves him some time.
I'm going to bet Zarby now goes to the Meyer Desert combo, because that's the last 2 crystals he's got left besides Ice Palace. Oh no, he's gonna prove me wrong and go to Ice Palace.
Sure.
Sure, why not? The commentator wrong. Fine. I see how it is.
I think it literally doesn't matter which order he does them in. I was thinking he might want to do he might be doing Desert first so that he can end on a Light World dungeon and use Flute. But he has to mirror after finishing Ice Palace one way or the other, so I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters, because it's Ice Palace, mirror, then the other 2, Flute, or it's other 2, Ice Palace, mirror, Flute. It's the same number of steps, just in a different order. We do not know it was in the pedestal, since both runners were in go mode before even coming close to heading into Skull Woods.
Yeah, and since Skull Woods is a pendant dungeon, we're not going to see him come anywhere close.
I mean, they even got Fire Rod, so...
That bottle, by the way, was the required chain.
Yeah. I guess it could have gone either way. Either that bottle or the one in Palace of Darkness could have been the one. Either way, it's it's a pretty convoluted path. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the 2 drops in Desert were a heart container and 50 rupees.
Oh, okay. I missed. Yeah. So it was going to Palace of Darkness to get the hammer to come back to Palace of Darkness. So yikes! Having a linchpin at Bottle Kid there really makes the logic interesting. Oh, Zarby doing a little bit of a different thing with the Ice Palace bomb jump than I've ever seen anyone do. Most people will hold their sword out to the right and then like sidestep downward.
Yeah, unfortunately it didn't work out for him the first few times, so then now he does it the traditional way.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know why. Maybe it's a little bit faster. I don't know why it would be though. I was thinking it would be faster because you save the sword spin, but you sword spin while you're waiting for the bomb to explode. Or if you get hit by the bomb, I think it cancels the sword spin, so you don't really. Alright, TripleZed is going to head into Swamp first. And, I mean, again, it doesn't really matter because do a dungeon, mirror, flute to the next one, so you can do them in whatever order you want. It's just going to make it harder for us to determine who's ahead, unfortunately.
Until Zarby gets done with the Misery Mire Desert combo. So let's just go through this logic here for the people that are just tuning in. You had to defeat Aghanim to get the shovel. Oh, no. You got the mushroom out of Kakariko Village, right? Yeah, you got the mushroom out of Kakariko Village that got you the Moon Pearl. You had to defeat Aghanim that sent you to the Dark World to get the bottle from the Palace of Darkness.
To get Hammer and Hookshot. No, Hookshot was from...
The Hookshot was in the Dark World Hive Cave. You couldn't get to it without the hammer. That too, also with the Bombo's tablet, or the medallion, or the flippers. Yeah.
Wait a second. That doesn't make sense now. How did this even map out? Because I thought Hookshot was required to get... Oh, okay. It was Hammer to hit the pegs to go south to the Hype Cave. That's what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
What a nasty logic ordered seed this is.
Yeah. This was, again, fake flippering for both of these runners here. Saved them a huge amount of time. And Zarby's going to do the Mire Desert combo here.
Yep. And just to point out, then you use the flippers to get to the hobo who had the boots, which gets you the flute out of the lumberjack cave.
And the gold glove out of the Flanctuary rocks.
Yeah. What a bizarre seed. So sometimes learning your tricks like fake flippering actually do work.
Yep, once again I'm going to point out Christos Owen just compiled a really nice list of minor glitches which are allowed in this tournament.
Yep, absolutely, and knowing how to do them, I mean, just sit down and practice them every now and then, and you'll get good at them. I'll attest to it. I knew nothing about fake flippers until I joined this tournament.
I'm gonna go ahead and post Christos' link here.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that's a list Christos Owen made of minor glitches which are allowed in this tournament. I don't know if he went into details about the major glitches. No, it's just minor glitches, I think. I don't know if he was working on adding the banned glitches in here, but everything on this list here that Christos made is perfectly legal in the tournament, but never required by the logic of the randomizer.
Yep, and they're also defined as things you could do in a no major glitches speedrun of the regular game. Well, TripleZed's down to Ice Palace. Zarby's still gotta find where the big key is here in Misery Mire.
Yep, and like I said, there isn't really a set route through Misery Mire that all runners kind of swear by. So we'll see which way he goes here.
Zarby's opting to go ahead, light the torches, check the room to the north, and probably light the torches that are in the long... Oh, no, he's not. Okay.
Yeah, the vanilla big key chest, which would be south from where he was in that tile room, that's a really long time to wait just to get to one chest. He's got two that'll be able to check in this side.
And he finds the big key. He doesn't have to worry about the other one.
Yep, and TripleZed heading into Ice Palace. Frankly, a really easy dungeon to do if you're not looking for items. As long as you got that bomb jump down, which I'm sure TripleZed has no problem with.
So yeah, pointing this out right now, this is going to be a very, very tight race coming up to Ganon's Tower real soon.
Oh, really nice Mighty Duck bubble room, TripleZed.
Like, how just an estimate right now. Who do you think is ahead right now?
Think about that. Zarby still he has to finish Mire, which he's almost done, and then Desert Palace. Whereas TripleZed has to finish Ice Palace, which I think the rest of Ice Palace that TripleZed has is probably almost as long as the entirety of Desert Palace. Maybe a little shorter than that. And
Now
then he still has to go in the pod and
Ooh, okay, he did already change the switch. I didn't think he changed the switch.
yeah, it's important.
Yeah, I didn't think TripleZed did.
Looks like TripleZed's not comfortable with different setups for the bomb jump, and he's just looking for the one that he likes, which is a good strategy if you don't know how to set it up multiple ways.
Also, Zarby has got to be careful. He's only got 5 hearts going up against Vitreous.
I believe he's got a red potion, a blue potion, and a B.
Yeah, but you want to kind of use it before you lose those 5 hearts, so we gotta be careful on that.
And no cape for him either. Oh, 4 hearts of damage. Yeah.
He does use the potion.
Wise choice, and immediately pays off.
Already getting...
Oh no, one hit's gonna...
Oh, he dies!
No! That is a huge setback. Mire's not one of the shorter dungeons to finish from a death.
And he bonks into the wall. Probably more of an upset bonk right there.
Yeah, the only part of this that's really any faster is that he won't have to hit the crystal in the Cane Dash room. But oh boy, that is going to even up the runners, if not even put TripleZed ahead.
Now, he has the Cane of Burna. He probably should think about using that the next time he goes into this room.
Yeah, and with Quarter Magic, I mean...
Ooh,
why not?
TripleZed's going to have to be careful too, because Vitreous can knock you for 3... Cold Star can knock you for 3 hearts.
He's even with Blue Mail?
Yeah, he does pack a punch. He's down to 1.5 hearts.
He's probably going to hope to get some iframes.
And he gets them.
Like tights. There we go. Oh, a small key. I wonder what that opens up. I guess we'll never know.
The world may never know.
I bet that small key's required to get silver arrows.
That would be very interesting. But now...
Alright, so now Zarby has to finish Mire and do Desert Palace, while TripleZed just has to finish Pod, which he has taken a quick peek into earlier.
Oh, that's right. That's right. TripleZed has to finish Pod.
Yeah, and don't know how far he went into Pod. He might not even have the big key yet. So I would say that they're exactly even if TripleZed still has to get the big key in Pod.
I was going to say, Zarby has got to change the blocks around. And also remember, he does not have the magic powder that TripleZed got out of the big chest in the Thieves' Town.
Yep, like I said, and you pointed out too, and Chaz pointed out, TripleZed's just way more decked out with safeties, which I'm sure Zarby would have loved to have a minute ago.
Zarby's using Brian strats.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
You got Quarter Magic. Just go to town here, get the eyeballs down, and just zap this eyeball and send it to where it doesn't belong.
Okay, so TripleZed's got 4 keys right now. So he spent a lot more time in this dungeon than I even realized. If TripleZed already has the big key, which... Well, no, that means he got the keys and didn't use them, so... Okay,
yeah, he's going straight ahead.
But the big key was in the trap room, I think?
Yep, it was in the dark room.
It was in the dark room. Okay, which he's going to probably do before the maze, so... it's really hard to tell still, because... I mean, the second half of Pod is about as long as... like all of Desert Palace. Well, Zarby went in through the bottom side, which means he's actually gonna have to run to the exit after getting the big key. And we'll see if he checks. He's going to check the bonk for the big key before unlocking the door. So a little bit of time you lost over TripleZed in Desert Palace.
And the butter sword pickup here for TripleZed. So offensively, they're both at the same level right now. TripleZed about ready to pick up the big key.
Wait, where's he going?
Could be in for a race.
He got the butter sword. Oh, the big key was in this dark room. I'm sorry, I thought you meant the basement.
Yes. Oh no, yeah. This is the room which the big key is in.
Yo,
the
man,
desert
has
had the
his-
sanctuary heart.
You gotta. Wait, where did he get? Oh, is he recatching the big? Where did he get that fairy? Did he get powder? No, he didn't go because he didn't have hammer when he did.
Fairy dropped off an enemy.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I know Zarby doesn't have powder because he did not have hammer when he went to Steve's town. Alright, so TripleZed.
Interesting routing decision.
Is fun. Oh, did he take the portal and then mirror over to the other side?
Yes.
That's pretty much equivalent to what TripleZed did. Wait, it might even be a little faster than the way TripleZed did it, now that I think about it.
That's an interesting routing decision here.
That was brilliant, actually. So let's see who gets to their boss first. I think that Zarby's ahead.
Yeah, I think Zarby's gonna get to the boss here. Don't forget, both of them have to wait this long path here while the wall moves.
Yeah, I was just thinking that they both have a wall cutscene to wait through. That's crazy.
And don't forget, green tunic here for Zarby compared to the blue of TripleZed. Wow, buckle up. Once again, Zarby needs this to force a three-way race-off, including him, TripleZed, and Ruble.
So who takes a big risk and goes right side in Ganon's tower?
Oh, I have no clue. That would be really, really interesting here. Zarby up against the Lamolas here. And this will be an easy fight. And down goes the Lamolas. He is first off to Ganon's tower. TripleZed probably about a minute behind.
Yeah, chat wants to know who's going to take the big risks.
I mean,
check the right side Ganon's palace.
We could see a Yunos Miria situation again.
Boy,
wouldn't that be something?
TripleZed basically behind just by the length of this fight against Helmsword King.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there are 22 possibilities inside Ganon's tower. 21 chests plus the torch, that makes 22. Pick a number between 1 and 22, put your number in the chat. Think of what number you think the big key is going to be in this time around. And now I turn over to Cross Product. What chest do you think it's going to be in this time?
Tile room. It's the only way.
22.
I mean, they've had such an easy time of this so far. I'm gonna say 22 and tile room.
I'm gonna say 20.
It's got to troll them in some way. I mean, it tried to.
I'm gonna say
it went around it.
I'm gonna say 21.
21. So the last chest on the right side that opens up the holes.
Yes. Or whatever they open is number 21.
Oh, it's so close. Look at this.
Yes.
Zarby's just on the other side of Death Mountain from TripleZed. TripleZed's hot on his heels. TripleZed takes the slower path, from what I understand.
Yep. So, Zarby activating the cutscene 1:18:36.
I don't remember. It might have been. Might have even been ACM that spoke up, or one of the big dogs who said, even if you have to hammer the pegs and make that portal appear on top of Turtle Rock, it's still faster to go that way. Because there are a lot of door transitions in this little cave here. It doesn't seem like it's moving that much.
Skipping the two chests on the right side.
Ooh, bold move.
Oh, he forgets and now he's going back to the right side.
Yeah. I mean, he's ahead, but every second counts at this point.
10 arrows in chest number 1. Red rupee in number 2. TripleZed activating the cutscene 119, 26, 50 seconds apart.
And part of that time, again, Zarby already lost the length of 2 stair transitions and running across the foyer of Ganon's tower. Vestibule, that's the word. Foyer, vestibule, what's the difference?
Words.
Oh!
Number 4 with the fireball shield. Number 5 with the red rupee.
Stall child, please.
6 with a small key.
Oh my
Small
gosh, would it
child,
be funny
not
if the
doing
big
anything.
key is in here?
Nope.
The big key's in there and he didn't have to kill those guys after all. Oh man, Zarby's what, 3 rooms behind now?
Yes. Here comes chest number 8.
I mean, this is a race where a Fall to Moldorm 2 or even just Execution in Aghanim 2 could decide it. Do you think that this race might be decided by whether or not the runners decide to open Moldy 2's chest?
This could be decided by Silverless Ganon.
Yeah, I mean, say the
Ooh, Zarby
Big-
forgot to put the pegs down.
man, not good. Really good execution in this room, though. TripleZed having to wait out the spike trap a little bit.
We're coming up to chest number 9.
So if the big key's in like a... Imagine the big key being in Ice Armo's chest, right? But the big key's on the left and the silver arrows are on the right. One of the runners checks the left chest first, gets the big key and pieces out, and the other runner checks the right chest first and gets the silver arrows first, and then the big key and goes in the Ganon with silver arrows. What an amazing turn of events that would be, huh?
That would be hilarious. Number 10, number 11, 12, and 13. No!
Alright,
see
no
a
big
Bob.
key yet. We're gonna see Bob. Everyone say hi to Bob. Responsible. We have chat wants to see silver arrows in the so-called validation chest.
Oh, that would be hilarious if they have not to go grab that.
Will Zarby use the powder and kill Bob?
He doesn't
just
have
killing-
it.
Oh, that's right. Does killing Bob make another anti-fairy become Bob?
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
14 is a red key.
Oh!
A red rupee.
I always open the chest before placing the bomb because I'm always afraid that I'm gonna get knocked in the hole before checking the chest.
TripleZed getting the damage boost.
Let's see now. We should have enough arrows from both runners.
Yeah, 13 arrows remaining.
They do need 8. So you're gonna need 8, yeah. And then plus
Small
4 more if they
key.
get silver arrows.
300 rupees. And the big key is in chest number 17.
Okay, so which runners take the time to look for silver arrows in the chests that are on the way? This is one of those situations where it's a shame the runners don't know how close they are. If TripleZed knows that he's just slightly behind and he knows that getting those silver arrows will give him the edge, then you know the knowledge might change the way he plays. But
I'm thinking Zarby might actually decide to go to the extra room.
Does he go left first?
before
Get the
he leaves
left one
his door.
first? Aw, if he got the left one first, that would have been a little bit of a time save.
I'm wondering if Zarby's gonna go check the fairies.
Yeah, it's true. He has a fairy in a bottle right now, and
But
he's got a potion, I believe.
But he's also down to 6 hearts and no way to convert any anti-fairies or the bunny beam into a fairy.
And no blue
He
mail.
might take this extra trip.
If he does that, and I don't imagine TripleZed will since he's got the blue mail and 2 potions. If Zarby does that, then they're gonna be even closer.
He's skipping it.
Yeah, he knows what he has to do.
Oh, beautiful execution in the first room here from Zarby.
Yeah. So
TripleZed
I
Go ahead.
I do again want to point out the fact that it appeared to we kind of worked out the logic of the seed since we didn't have the stress of actually running the race. We can do the math a little bit, and we determined basically narrowed down where Hammer was to 3 different spots, right? And
Yeah.
it appeared that Zarby did that as well, and TripleZed did not. And right now, it looks like that's the reason Zarby is ahead.
Zarby's gonna have to be careful. He's down to 3 hearts.
Yeah, he's got that fairy, but he probably wants to save it for Ganon.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose the fairy right now, not a horrible problem, but then you lose time to that animation.
Lose time to the animation, and you might find yourself wanting to farm the fairy in Bonk Tree by the pyramid.
2 hearts left here for
goodness.
Zarby.
Oh, that was he blocked that fireball from underneath it. He walked into it. That was pretty swag.
I will say that Zarby's run through the gauntlet was really sweet. I mean, he might also get lucky to get a fairy drop off an enemy here too, but...
Oh, that's interesting. TripleZed used the fire rod to kill the Stalfos, and I know that a lot of runners do like to use the fire rod. And there you go, there's that powder. TripleZed. I do know that a lot of runners like to use the fire rod, and I always kind of shied away from it because the death animation of the fire rod is pretty time consuming. But it looks like it skips the animation for the Stalfos. So that's something that I'll have to keep in mind next time I'm doing the gauntlet. Well, Zarby ignored the heart, but I mean, a lot of things are going to kill him in one hit, whether he's got...
He's down to 1 heart right now.
The fall did 2 damage?
He may have gotten hit by the fire rod while he was going down.
Oh, that's true. The hitbox as you're falling is kind of funky. Oh, man, he's cutting it close, but, if he knew what we knew, he'd be doing everything exactly the same way, so who can blame him?
Yeah, no.
TripleZed getting a little trolled by Wizrobe here. And speaking of getting trolled by Wizrobe, if you guys all want to get trolled by Wizrobe and watch other people get trolled by Wizrobe, we do have a runner named Wizrobe ZC, and he's made a number of plandos or planned randomizers. And there's
he's gonna bomb the chest!
Again, bombing it before even letting it spawn.
Not even gonna check it!
Could be silver arrows, guys. I think TripleZed checks it and gets. I mean, if TripleZed checks it and it's silver arrows, that's
that's game set and match right there.
Maybe he's a few rooms behind still, so who can really say at this point? In a perfect lineup. Wow, Aghanim too, playing it really easy for Zarby so far.
Oh, geometry, perfect here. He's got 5 hits.
If you happen to run into Zarby at a pool hall, do not let him hustle you because he knows those angles and ricochets like nobody else.
Zarby is off to Ganon.
Alright, here we go. Here goes.
Is TripleZed gonna check the chest? It's bombs. It's the 3 bombs that Zarby tried to use in that chest.
Yeah, Zarby left him the bombs. Alright, so it looks like Silverless Ganon for both runners. TripleZed decked out with blue mail and 2 potions. Zarby's still with the green mail, but he's got a fairy, so he can be a little reckless.
Not too reckless though, because with 2 hearts he can't really do all that much, although I would consider using the Cane of Burna here.
Aggie too, not giving the kind patterns to TripleZed.
Come on, Zarby, remember you've got the Cane of Burna. He's got him over the last stage though.
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Got him into the final stage though. 2 parts down, 3 parts down.
Really rough Aggie too,
TripleZed's off to Ganon.
But he's done.
Don't forget, it takes a little bit longer to fill up the... Oh no! He's not gonna get the torch glitch because of the way Ganon set things up.
that's really important to get in an arrowless fight. Fortunately, he's got quarter magic and a blue potion,
And
so
he
he can just
falls
use fire
down.
rod strats.
So there goes
And
the
he
fairy.
Oh.
But without the torch glitch, this is going to take a little bit longer here for Zarby.
Yeah, will this race be decided by torch glitch? I mean, honestly, you can still get in 2 hits per cycle, even without the torch glitch. And he's got the magic. Let's see, he's got the magic power. Let's see if he's got the magic fingers.
I don't know how many hits he's got on him so far. I want to say 5, maybe.
TripleZed already into the earthquake phase.
I think that's 6 and...
I mean, I think Zarby's got this. As long as he continues to execute like this.
I think he's got 8. Waits for Ganon to set things up over on the other side. Gets him to teleport. Over the corner here. I think that's 9.
TripleZed froze Ganon. Oh, Zarby's finished. Zarby's got his dot done in.
There's the 10. There's that. He's got him. Zarby, he's got him down. We're going to have a triple wave race off.
TripleZed in the triple tiebreaker, along with Zarby89 and Ruble from Group T.
And Zarby.done, and you got the official SRL time, Cross Product.
Yep, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 59 seconds is Zarby's official finish time. And TripleZed already in the final phase of Ganon with the torch glitch.
And I never really paid attention to see where the silver arrows ended up being because I was just so caught up in the drama. But yes, that now leads up to a 3-way race-off in Group T. That will be the 4th in this tournament.
Yeah. Turtle Rock. Oh, it's Turtle Rock for silver arrows.
Oh,
definitely
wow.
Not worth.
Appended Dungeon 2. That's nasty.
Yeah.
And TripleZed knocks down Ganon. And he's going to improve his personal best in the race time, too. And he got done with an official SRL time of 1:32:20. That is a difference of 1 minute and 21 seconds for our runners.
Yeah, 1:30:59, 1:32:20, minute and 21 seconds. Yep. Poking into the SRL chat here and see if either of the runners wants to come in for an interview. Like we said, Zarby is 6 hours ahead of Eastern time, he said, so it's 3:30 in the morning for him?
Yeah, 3:24 in the morning for him, so we may see him do an interview. We might not, but we'll see what ends up going on here.
Yeah,
And yeah, he's going to decline it, but we'll ask him in the IRC about the question here that Cross Products wants to ask him.
Type it to him. Yeah, so again, alright, so Zarby has answered. Said it was completely pure luck. it looked like he knew what he was doing, but
yeah, he just got lucky by going to check the sick kid, and the sick kid had it. And as we pointed out in the earlier part of this race here, the logic for this was completely bizarre.
yeah, it was a really, just for the location of that hammer, I think this was a really interesting seed for metagamers and people who like to, you know, think a step beyond just playing through the game. But we'll see if we can get TripleZed in here. I know he's got to be exhausted after an exciting race, so
yeah, he said he was a little grumpy with himself. So we'll give him a minute to cool down, and then he'll come on in.
We can go ahead and get our bonk guesses in. Well, he's already answered.
Yeah.
We can read again. Oh boy. So there's TripleZed. How are you doing tonight?
Welcome in, TripleZed.
I'm grumpy at myself.
Yeah, you should comment that. I saw you type in the SRL, but that was a really exciting race. That was probably one of a minute 21 seconds, probably in the top 3 fastest just races we've had. I don't know. It might not have been. I think I still hold the record of best loser with the 7-second loss.
I just want to point out that the item that was on the pedestal was the purple hat, the eggplant hat, the red mail, so there was no way these runners were going to get it.
Totally worth it. Zarby would have liked to have that against Vitreous and Ganon. Oh, Zarby grabbing that fairy, though, really saved his behind Ganon. So anyway, TripleZed, I know that it's hard to really think about. It's kind of hard to metagame in the middle of a race, but we had actually narrowed down the location of Hammer to 3 places.
I mean, you can probably tell by my routing that I had narrowed it down too.
Yeah.
Like, why jump into Pod? Why jump into Eastern? Go to Sahasrara?
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is, I forgot that I got a bottle. And once I'd done the others, I was like, okay, the only other place it could have been was a bottle that I just didn't remember getting.
Yeah. I mean, and it could very well have been in Pod or even in Desert Palace as well.
Yeah, and how crazy was it that the one bottle that the game wanted you to have at that point came in Pod deep in it?
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that bottle with the bee in it in the spike room turned out to be the only bottle you could access without having the mitts or the boots or the flippers.
Or the lamp.
Yep.
Right, the lamp was in Death Mountain.
Wow. Yeah,
it's crazy logic.
I knew Zarby probably had got the boots just because it seemed like the logical way to do the routing. And I was really jittery at the start. I kept getting bodied all over the place. I think if a lot of my mistakes that just added up over the thing hadn't happened, I probably would have been, and then I saw him
Zarby got pretty bodied himself.
I saw him done, which I probably should have just kept the thing down, but I was getting ready because it was Ganon, so I saw the done, and of course, take some of the wind out of your sails in the Ganon fight, and you're just like, okay, it doesn't really matter if I do this really well. Lose some focus at the end.
Yeah, and his was very dramatic because he never got up to Zora, so he never got the blue mail. So he was doing this all green mail and without magic powder, which you got out of Thieves Town. So he was doing it without any really good safety nets.
Yeah, I honestly think that you saved some time grabbing the blue mail and powder. So, waiting to do Thieves Town until you got that hammer, I think definitely paid off on your end.
Well, yeah, I was just... I knew all I needed was Quake. Once I got all the other stuff, it's like, I need Hammer and Quake, and Hammer's in these places, so it's really just a quest for Quake. And Quake was just at the boss of Thieves Town, so it was like, oh well.
Yeah, and Thieves Town's just a natural place to go. It's got 4 items. None of them are really that far out of the way from where you have to go to finish the dungeon naturally. And it was a crystal, of course, so super motivated to go in there as soon as you get Hammer. I think we've got another... Do we have another race tonight?
No, this is it for tonight. There's going to be 2 of them tomorrow night. We'll look at the speed gaming schedule in just a moment. So, TripleZed, that means you, Zarby, and Ruble are going to be in a 3-way race-up coming up. Your thoughts heading into that?
Well, I think, Ruble beat Zarby. I beat Ruble by about the same amount of time Zarby just beat me. So I think it's anyone's race, which, you know, I would have rather it not be anyone's race. I would have rather, you know, won and not had to have a race. But I think it's anyone's race, honestly. I think each of us have just about equal shots at winning. So it's, you know, if I had a 50-50 against Zarby, now I think I have a 33% chance, you know, just because we're all right about at the same level. It's at least that's the way it seems from my very small sample size.
Yeah, I mean, it was 3 pretty close races in that little triad there, so, you know, the 3 of you running at the same time is sure to be an exciting race.
Well, rest yourself up, get that scheduled. I mean, you put together a very good run. It was just unfortunately that I think that first trip through POD got you a little behind Zarby. Although Zarby did have a couple of deaths, one bad death to Vitreous in Misery Mire, but you guys gave us quite a thrill through Ganon's Tower.
Well, going to Eastern also took some time too.
Both of you actually did go through Eastern, so it balanced out.
Oh, interesting.
Both went to Eastern. Actually,
the only reason I went to Eastern was for Hammer, and he said in the SRL chat that he wasn't trying to metagame the Hammer.
Well, he had checked Eastern already.
Yeah, he did it.
By the time the flippers showed up,
he did it before. He did it before Aghanim.
Oh yeah, I saw the, you know, the flute there, or the ocarina there, and I'm thinking, okay, got to do Aghanim. And once I fake flippered to get the boots, I was actually gonna go check Bonk Rocks, and then I'm like, no, I'll check Bonk Rocks when I get the ocarina. And I just went and did Aghanim right away, which is probably good because I would have tricked myself had I think I would have tricked myself a little bit, but maybe I didn't need to do Aghanim. No, I did it for the flute, obviously.
Yeah, you hadn't known if Meyer was a pendant or a crystal yet at that point, and Zarby didn't either. What I thought was interesting for Zarby is he went to Death Mountain before Aghanim, but didn't bother to step into the portal and check the map in the Dark World when he was right there. And I thought, I mean, you know, we've eventually found out that Meyer was a crystal anyway, so Aghanim was definitely the right call.
Yep.
It was just an interesting way the paths diverged, and it'll be interesting if you decide to watch the replay of this. But, you know, once again, you gave us a great race. Definitely GG to you, and good luck in the triple.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, the way the seed wanted you to do it, beat Aghanim, go into pod, get the bottle, go back to the boy, get the hammer, use the hammer to get the flippers, to get the boots, to get the Titan's mitts. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Also, the hook shot too in that same cave where the flippers were.
Right. I mean, but just ridiculous. I mean,
and also let's not forget the Moon Pearl at Witches, which in the randomizer's logic would have come pre-flute, so you'd actually have to run over there. So I think one of the biggest time saves of fake flippers I've seen in this tournament. Probably the biggest.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I guess we'll have to figure out a time to schedule that race. But...
There is still an outstanding bottle, so TripleZed, if you want to open up your game later and, you know, run around Skull Woods and Eastside Ganon's Tower and Turtle Rock and find that 4th bottle.
Why would I want to do that?
Just to find where the 4th bottle was. But it doesn't really matter because wherever that bottle was, it was behind Hammer in the logic.
Yeah, because the 2 items in the desert turned out to be the Sanctuary Heart and 50 rupees, so...
Yeah.
That was the only way they wanted you to get that hammer, was via the Palace of Darkness bottle.
Yeah, that's silly.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's quite the weird logic. Anyways, good luck to you in the triple header, and thank you for giving us a great race.
Thanks.
All right, let's give it up for
Yeah, give it up for both the runners and give them a follow. that runners command up from Nightbot once again. So make sure you follow Zarby89. Make sure you follow TripleZed. Follow this channel, Speed Gaming, and also follow Speed Gaming 2. A number of the matches are on there. I don't know if we're still using twitch.tv/speedrunslive. It looks like we kind of deprecated that a little bit for tournaments, but there may still be some stuff on there on Speedruns Live. So follow the 3 race channels, follow both the runners. Make sure you follow my co-commentator at Ryan Dak Rick, and you can follow me if you want, but you don't have to. But definitely follow Zarby89 and TripleZed.
I would actually follow him because he's got a nice nifty little tracker that beginning players could use to help get them to know where things are, and well, not even beginners, veterans too. Do you want to plug the schedule coming up for tomorrow? And I'll go ahead and plug what's coming up here in Speed Gaming next.
Oh yeah, sorry, let me just bring that up real quick. You want to go ahead and plug the upcoming tournaments on Speed Gaming, and I'll bring the schedule up?
Oh, absolutely. So stay tuned here on Speed Gaming, because coming up at 10 o'clock Eastern in about 20 minutes from now, there's going to be a Metroid Zero Mission 100% race. So that's coming up next here. And coming up tomorrow, we have 2 Link to the Past randomizer races.
Between Fuzda and JC, that's at 6:30 Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow night. And then another one 3 hours later, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, between Yogi the Monk and Carcat. So Carcat, one of the developers of Randomizer. So we'll see. You know, I imagine if Carcat were doing this seed, he got those. He did that fake flippers for the boots. He would have definitely narrowed down that hammer. So really interesting, again, from a meta perspective, this race, which Carcat's probably got all the meta that anyone else would have. So hopefully he'll get something really interesting like this one.
Absolutely.
And those are both on this channel, twitch.tv/speedgaming.
Yep, so stay tuned for those. Those are really coming up tomorrow. Also, be sure to follow Speed Gaming, because there's also going to be other tournaments going on here, including Ori and the Blind Forest, Mega Man X2. I believe Mega Man 3 is reaching the final stages, isn't it? But anyways, stay tuned. We got a lot of great races still to come here in Speed Gaming. Once again, coming up at 10 o'clock Eastern will be the Metroid Zero Mission 100% race, so stay tuned for that. So I'm going to get on out of here. I think Cross Product's going to do the same. So I'm Adirondack Rick. Cross Product, take us on out of here.
All right, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you here tomorrow night for more exciting Link to the Past randomizer action. See you next mission.